Hi there, my name is Valerie Dayrit. I'm a sacred poet, channeler, and an author. Welcome to my dimensions of storytelling. Hello, beautiful souls. Today I am inspired to read to you from my book called Tobacco and Cumin. Even when God pulls out his sorrow, not even his musical talents and singing, while playing instruments, can it take away these agonies of your absence? Not even can the strings that plays these delicate melodies of ancient lyrics, can it take me away from this deep sadness that pulls me deeper into the arms of the night? Not even God trying to distract me, can it cure these longings of silent reveries? The title of this passage is called God Playing Music to a Young Poet. Thank you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that passage from my book called Tobacco and Cumin. And that's actually a beautiful piece when the poet was in such a deep state of sadness, seeking for his beloved. And he would spend time with God, but even spending time with God, it doesn't take away that deep longing that is in his soul. And seeking for the beloved is what he exists for. And so it was one of the conversation piece that he had with God. And when I started writing Tobacco and Cumin, there's something beautiful about when I started writing this book. Actually, it comes in two: Tobacco and Cumin, and mustard yellow and olive green. I had to split them in two books because it was literally close to 500 pages. And so when I started writing Tobacco and Cumin and olive green and mustard yellow, or mustard yellow and olive green, that was the time actually when Shiva came and picked me up from the cosmos. And I was in such a deep, deep state of reaching my edge, writing, seeking, questioning many gods as to who I am and where is the beloved. And so I have a very interesting relationship with Shiva actually. He tends to come and show himself in his form, this gigantic, beautiful, soft, gentle being in the cosmos. And he usually comes and show up when I am really, really lost. I have reached the edge of everything. My soul is exhausted beyond anything, and I am just lost in the ether. And he would come, and these are the moments that he would come and show up and pick me up. He would pick me up in his palm. That's actually in one of my first few books that I wrote. And in this time, in this Tobacco and Cumin, he actually picked me up and put me to his shoulder. And he dropped me off into this beautiful, it almost feels like an island in the cosmos somewhere. And so it shifted my timeline from writing from my other books. And so once he dropped me off into this beautiful kind of like an island in the cosmos, that's what it felt like. Then he left. And then while I was in this island, it shifted my timeline in a way where I went from writing about Egyptian consciousness into the energy of Spanish, like. So my timeline completely shifted in that essence. And so it completely opened a portal to write about more of the poet's different lifetimes. And in this case, it was about being in a tobacco field, coconut field, earth. It almost felt like I was one of the workers in this lifetime. And the beloved was there, and a embodiment of a Spanish woman. And so this is how Tobacco and Cumin started in a way. And I couldn't take away that presence of being in that field of tobacco fields and being with these beautiful other tobacco planters. I could see them, and being in the presence of the beloved in her beauty, in her love. And there was a lot of storylines that happens in that timeline. And so it opened a portal for me to also start to come back here in this reality, because I've spent quite a lot of time in the ether, just traveling nonstop. So once I started writing Tobacco and Cumin, I started to descend back here in this reality. And so my timeline as well too started to shift from being in the ancient time, Egyptian time, into more kind of like, it almost felt like the 1800s, almost felt like that. And then so my timeline started to kind of shift in that way. And then I started to come back here more so. And that led me to writing to the 2 more books after the 22 books that I published. The Beautiful Oasis of Loving a Woman and Flower Inferno in the Valleys of Lavender Meadows. And that was the reason why I started to shift my timeline, was because I had to go and write those 2 books. And I actually also had to meet the muse for that as well too. And so thank you very much. I know that sounded a little bit kind of like timeline wise a little bit all over the place, but as I go on with this channel, things will make sense. And the books are available on Amazon. I have 24 books in there in total, and I know there's quite a few to choose from. So just choose the one that you're attracted to and the one that's calling you, because that book itself is as well, it has most likely a message for you, and it's also calling you back in return. And so yeah, you can find my books on Amazon. Thank you very much.